I want it to be a little extra right now. Like, yeah, girl, this the tea. You got your tea glasses on. Like, what's tea, sis? Everybody, it's Yoko Better back with another video. Hey you guys, shout out to all my new subscribers. I've been getting a lot of new subscribers lately, and if you are new and you haven't clicked that subscribe button, you need to click that subscribe button right now, because you know it ain't gonna get nothing but better on this channel. Okay, so I know y'all looking at this title like, girl, what is you doing, baby? Like, what is going on? So actually, I was kind of skeptical about doing story times on my channel because YouTube has been so overly saturated with story times, and I was just like, are my story times really good enough to be an actual story time? I mean, I've told these stories to other people before and they were just like, yo, that is juicy, but I didn't know if it was juicy enough for YouTube. I mean, not that it has to be, but I mean, it has to at least be entertaining, right? But all my story times are true, real things that happen, because you know these little YouTubers out here be making shit up, okay? Don't let them fool you. Don't let them fool you. This story time is going to be about the time that I was the side chick. Yes, I was. So, yeah, I was the side chick, and I'm not proud of it right now, but back then when it happened, I really didn't care. Well, I kind of cared, but I really didn't care. We gonna get into all that, all right? So let's get into the shit. All right, so this story starts off about 6 years ago, 5-6 years ago. I was like, initially I was 18, but it really didn't start getting crazy until I was like 19. So yeah, so when I got to my first college, which is Lincoln, if you guys didn't know that, I went to Lincoln University, and then, you know, after a few years I transferred, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. Yeah, when I got to Lincoln as a freshman, you know, the guys, the upperclassmen, they be lurking. They be lurking on the little freshman girls that be coming to the school. And I was some prey for this one dude. Let's see, what are we gonna name him? Alright, let's name him Brian. Hopefully I remember that because my memory be a little messed up, but whatever. Okay, so when I first got to Lincoln, there was this group that Brandon was in, this little organization, and it was like a big organization. Like, it was an all-male organization. They threw parties and events and all type of stuff on campus. Skirt, let me stop. If any of my friends is watching this video and you know who I'm talking about, do not write anything in the comments, okay? Keep it on a DL, all right? Everybody don't need to know who this person is. Resume story. So, yeah, like, when I got to school, I was, like, a little insecure and stuff like that. Like, I didn't really, you know, get approached by a lot of guys like that, honestly. So, when this one time, Brandon and his friends or whatever, the people that was in his organization, they were promoting something. I don't know what it was. It was something going on. It might have been a party that they were promoting or whatever, and they came into the girls' dorms just to hand out flyers and sell tickets or whatever. So Brandon, he saw me, and he was just like completely infatuated with me for some reason. And I don't know, because I be looking back at pictures during that time and I be like, girl, you look a freaking mess. Like, so I don't know why he really was feeling me like that. But it was one day, I was in my friend's dorm room, and she had lived upstairs from me, and he came in there, and I remember, I kid you not, I remember this to the T. We was watching the BET Hip Hop Awards, so this had to be like around October at the time, and he was like staring at me, and I'm like, why is this boy staring at me? Like, he making me nervous. It's just weird. Like, stop freaking staring at me. So he had pulled my friend to the side, like, yo, like, well, she told me this after. He was like, yo, what's your friend name? Do she got a man or whatever? And my friend was like, her name Janelle. Knowing damn well my name ain't Janelle, but good looking out shorty. She gave him a fake name. So she was like, well, I think she talked to somebody, but I'm not sure. At the time, I had just got out of a relationship, so I wasn't really talking to anybody, but I was kind of still stuck on a dude. You know how it go. So, after a while, he would always see me and he would call me Janelle. And I'd be like, boy, my name is not Janelle. Like, stop calling me that. So, but I thought it was kind of cute, you know, so that he was trying to flirt with me. And mind you, at the time, I was a freshman. He was a senior. But then he wound up doing another year or whatever. So, we get into that. But anyway, so, yeah, I was 18 going on 19. So, he had to be like 21 going on 22 at the time. So, anyway, it was this one time we went to one of their events. It was like a little, some type of little social, I don't know. And he just wouldn't leave me alone. And I'm just like, sir, like, whatever. So he kept asking me for my phone number. And at the time, it was like before I had an iPhone or whatever. Like, it was that era. And my phone was messing up. And then, like, Lincoln is in Pennsylvania and I live in New York, and like my mother had to send me a phone. So I really didn't have a phone. Like, I was totally out of commission. Like, my phone was effed up. And he was just like, why you trying to front on me? Like, you don't got a phone number. Just give me your phone number. And my friends were trying to tell him, like, she really don't have a phone number. And he was just like, all right, well, when you get a number or you get a new phone, make sure I be the first one to get the phone number. Okay, bye. Whatever, right? Now, mind you, he wasn't ugly or nothing like that. He was really cute. He was attractive. But it was just like me, I don't know, like, I just really couldn't get over the fact that he really wanted to talk to me. I don't know. I was very insecure back then. So, yeah. So, as time went on, he found me on Facebook. Now, mind you, he's still thinking my name's Janelle. So, I don't know how he found me on Facebook unless, like, I came up in friend suggestions. I don't even know if Facebook did that back then, but somehow he found me on Facebook. And I remember one day I had woke up and I didn't have classes day. I remember it was a Friday. I'm telling you, my memory, I'm like an elephant, okay? I remember. So it was a Friday and I get on Facebook and it was a message from him. And I'm like, how did this boy find me on Facebook? Like, I was low-key like, yo, is he stalking me? Like, I mean, it was cute at first, but now it's getting a little scared, right? So I heard through the grapevine that he had a girlfriend, right? Now, even though I just said I remember a lot of stuff, I really don't remember who told me that he had a girlfriend. So when he wrote me in a little message, she was like, oh, how you doing or whatever. Like, I want to see you, even though you be fronting on me or whatever. So, like, you should come to my room. So I'm like, you know, I had found the tea out about him having a girlfriend. So I was like, oh, would your girlfriend be cool with you having me come over to your room? So he was like, oh, you found out I have a girlfriend? I'm like, yeah. He was like, oh, I was going to tell you. Yeah, okay, nigga, you was going to tell me? Really? All right. Like, nigga, was you really going to tell me? Because I honestly don't think he would have told me if I didn't say anything. So, yeah, whatever. So we talking. It becomes Christmas break. So we go home or whatever. I finally get a new phone. We come back to school in January or whatever, and we texting. He get my, like I said, he get my phone number, and we texting and all that, whatever. Like, he finally get my number. And he was just saying, like, you know, I really like you. You really pretty or whatever, whatever. And I'm just like, thanks. And he will always tell me I look like Angela Simmons, Rev Run daughter, which she's gorgeous, but I personally don't think I look like her. And a lot of people tell me that, but I just think my face is super fatter than hers. And people say our voices sound the same. I don't know about on lab. I don't think I look like her, but he would always tell me that. So he was just like, well, when you gonna come over to our room to see me or whatever? Like, I'm not even like, I want to talk to you on some friend type stuff. Right? So I finally gave in, and one night I went over to his room, and it wasn't super late. It was just like probably like around 10 o'clock or something like that. And he lived in the upperclassmen dorm, so he really, like, they were more strict in the freshman dorm, so he really couldn't come over to my room like that. I mean, he could, but it was gonna be too much. So I went over to his room, and when you go over to upperclassmen dorms at Lincoln, they could tell when you were a freshman. Like, they just smell the freshman meat or whatever. But it was kind of after, like, visiting time, but I had got in. So I get to his room. He wanted me to all sit on his bed. I'm like, nigga, I am not sitting on your bed. I know what that leads to. I'm going to sit my ass right in this chair. Okay? Yes, chair. So, so I'm sitting in the chair. I remember the movie we was watching. We was watching a Goofy movie, right? And he just, like, loves this movie for some reason. And he knew all the words. And I'm just like, you really know all the words to this movie? I mean, I like a Goofy movie as much as everybody else, but you're doing the most right now. And he was just like, why you don't want to sit on the bed or whatever, whatever. I'm like, I don't want to sit on your bed. Like, you got a whole fucking girlfriend. Like, this is probably where she lay at. Like, I don't want to sit on your bed. Like, no. So he was just like, all right, or whatever. So he ain't really tried nothing when I was in there with him that one time, right? So as time go on, February come. It was around his birthday, and I remember the day of his birthday I had texted him or whatever, and I was just like, oh, happy birthday, Brandon, or whatever, and he was just like, oh, thank you. So I'm like, oh, did anybody get you anything for your birthday? And he was just like, no. He was like, but it is one thing that I wish I could have got for my birthday. So I'm like, what's that? He was like, it's one thing I want from you. Skirt. What you want from me that I could give you? He's like, oh, this may sound a little crazy, but I wish for my birthday that I could. Whoa! Yes, and I'm just like, why this boy playing with me? Like, and like I was attracted to him, but I really didn't want to talk to him because he had a fucking girlfriend. And I'm just like, boy. And at this time, at this Christmas break, I forgot to say, I had kind of got into a little relationship, right, back home, but it was going downhill. That's a whole nother story. But the events that lead up to this is from what happened with that relationship. So school's about to be over soon. It's like April something or whatever, and I had my situation with my little boyfriend back home, and I was just really depressed about it. And I was just like, yo, like, I'm tired of niggas doing me dirty or whatever. Like, I'm about to be on my bullshit or whatever. Like, so I'm like, fuck it, right? So Brandon, this one day, I had got out of class or whatever. It was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and Brandon had texted me like, oh, what you doing? Was it Brandon or Brian? I don't remember. It was something with a B. See, I told you I was gonna forget. Brandon had texted me like, oh, what you doing? I'm like, nothing. I just got out of class. So I'm like, what you doing? He was like, oh, I just came from work or whatever. Like, you want to chill or whatever? So I'm like, all right, I'll come over to your room. So I go over there, and it was like really nice. It was like springtime, like it was like April something, whatever. And it was real nice outside. It was sunny. So I go over to his room. We start talking and shit or whatever. So I'm chilling. Next thing I know, we in there fucking kissing. And I just didn't stop it because, like, I was so annoyed with what was happening back home. So, I know, that was some real thought shit. I know, I shouldn't have done that. Fuck it. I was like 19 at the time. Like, I was 19. So, it's like, would I do that shit now? Probably not. So, we start we start kissing and all that, and I was just feeling it. Like, I was just into it. And you know, one thing led to another, and we done and it happened, right? So after that, he like, oh, let's keep this between me and you. Like, he fucking Ja Rule. Every little thing that we do should be between me and you. Bye, boy. Oh, and I skipped the part. I remember one of my friends, she was going to the school a year before me. And I had knew her from back home in New York. And she had told me, like, that they used to talk. Now, this may have been some scandalous ass shit I did or whatever, but right, that's who told me he had a motherfucking girlfriend. It was her. Because they was talking, and she was like, yeah, I found out that he had a girlfriend, and he, like, kind of broke my heart or whatever because I was really feeling him. And I was like, damn, that's crazy or whatever, like, but they had never done anything. And she had told me this, like I said, the like fall semester, but my stupid ass still continuously started talking to him or whatever. But she never like gave me no funny vibe about it, and she was just like, yo, like, if you are going to talk to him, like, watch your back, whatever, because he got a girlfriend. So she's a good friend, like, we still friends, whatever. And she was just like, yo, like, don't, you know, just watch your back. And after that, she never brought it up again. Even when she knew that we was talking, she never brought it up again. So, hey, after we got it popping or whatever, he was just like, yeah, don't tell nobody. And I was just like, I wasn't planning on telling anybody anyway, because, nigga, you got a whole fucking girlfriend. So I was like, what's happening with the girlfriend then? He like, you know, we could talk about it because I really see us being together. Bitch, once he said that, I was fucking hooked. I don't know why, but I was just like, yo, I really want this nigga. I want him. So we had left school, and he don't live in New York, clearly, obviously. He lives in another state. So over the summer, like, we would text here and there, and we would like We talked on the phone like once or whatever. So we had came back to school. So this is like 2011. His girlfriend, like I said, he was a senior. His girlfriend was a senior too. She graduated. He came back, and since his girlfriend wasn't there, now he was coming to see me all the time, coming to talk to me. And now I lived in the upperclassmen dorm. I lived in the upperclassmen dorm at this time, so it was more easy, like, for us to see each other, because kind of when his girlfriend was still going to the school, he tried to be like low key, like, talk to me but not really talk to me. And now that she had graduated, now he was always talking to me out in the open, whatever. I was so fucking stupid. Like, girl, what was you doing? Like, for real. So he would always see me or whatever. Like, we would always see each other. And it was crazy because now, since Shorty wasn't going to the school no more, when I mean all the time, like, all the time. I know it's bad, but like, it was just like, we were just sex animals, like, all the time. And he still had a girlfriend, even though she didn't go to the school. So I would always bring up, like, so you gonna break up with your girlfriend? And he like, you know, we gonna talk about it. Yeah, she been getting on my nerves. Whatever, I'm tired of her. Just feeding me lies, like, egging me on. But then it was just certain times I was just like, yo, I don't want to talk to you no more. So I would stop talking to him. And then somehow he would weasel his ass back into my motherfucking life. Like, yo, you know, I really like you. Like, I really want to be with you and all that. You just gotta give me some time to break up with my girlfriend. Okay, nigga. Right? So it was this one fucking time, right, that I remember we was in a caf. It was me, it was my friend Ashley, it was Raya. Was it Raya? Yeah, it was Raya. And I don't know who else was at the table. And he like came over there and we just all talking or whatever. And he just talking about like what he want to do after he graduate. And we saying what we want to do after we graduate. And he like, yeah, I'm moving to some fucking where, I forgot. And he like, yeah, me and whatever the girl name was, we moving in together. So I'm sitting there like, but just the other night or just the other day, you was telling me how you was breaking up with her. So how the fuck y'all moving in together, whatever. Nigga, when them words came out that nigga mouth, my heart dropped to my asshole. Okay? Like, I've been brokenhearted a lot of times, but that one time kind of really hit hard because I hadn't been really into a guy like that in a long time. So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, a fucking again, like, nigga, another nigga breaking my heart, for real, another nigga. But I'm like, now that I'm older, I'm like, bitch, you put your dumb ass self in that situation, like, you dumb as shit, or whatever. So, I remember, like, I tried so hard not to cry in front of him and just in the caf at the time. Like, I don't know if Ashley and Rhea, like, noticed it. They may have noticed it. I don't know if they noticed it or whatever, but I was just like, yo, I gotta go. And, like, we leaving, and he following it. I'm like, nigga, like, get the fuck away from me. Like, I'm really about to fucking put your head through this fucking glass wall right now. Like, get the fuck away from me. So after that, he could tell, I feel like he could tell that I was upset, but he wasn't really saying nothing because he didn't know, like, which way I was gonna go. So he was trying to play with me, and I'm just like, don't fucking touch me, or whatever. And he was like, what's wrong with you? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, don't touch me. Like, leave me alone. So I stopped talking to him, and then, like, it was this one time, me and Ashley, we was walking from somewhere, and we seen him, and he was real cool with my friends, and so he was talking to her, and he, like, trying to say hi to me, and I'm just like, hi. And he like, wow, I only get a hi? Yeah, nigga, hi. Bye. Or whatever. So he could tell that I really wasn't fucking with him. So he had texted me or something like that. Like, oh, I know you upset. I really didn't mean to upset you or whatever. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. And he always used to play this game. Like, I wouldn't be mad at you if you really completely stopped talking to me because, you know, I do got a girlfriend. Like, trying to flip the script and play mind games with me. Like, oh, you know, you can leave. I really wouldn't blame you, but I would be sad if you did, but I know why you did. Like, shut the fuck up, nigga. So, that was the one time, but then, of course, like a fucking dummy, started talking to him again, or whatever, and it was just like a back and forth thing, back and forth, blah, 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 blah. It was just back and forth for a long time, and I'm just like, when are you gonna break up with her? But then finally, something happened between them. I don't know. This is like, I guess, after his birthday again. So this is the next year. They had broke up. And I don't know why. And he was really like, yeah, I really like you. So I'm like, well, since you and your girlfriend broke up, like, so me and you together, right? And he was just like, nah, I just got out of a long relationship. I don't want to jump back into a relationship so fast. Oh, you don't want to jump back into a relationship so fast, but yeah, you like all the time. Hmm. Cool, cool. And once again, I get mad at him, stop talking to him, and then somehow again he weasel his way back in, and I start talking to him again. It was just an ongoing thing all the time. But then he finally fucking graduated, and like we was still cool, but we wasn't no more. Like we would flirt here and there, and it was just like that was the end of it. And yeah, and then what I had found out later on, well, kind of in the midst of this, I had found out that he was talking to another girl. So it was a side chick to the side chick, and that's a whole nother story in itself. So if you guys want to hear about that, make sure y'all definitely give this video a thumbs up. If y'all can get this video to 10 or 12 likes, I would tell you about my little altercation or almost altercation with the side chick to the side chick or whatever. And I just feel freaking stupid even saying that, because it's like, why are y'all arguing over a nigga that got a whole girlfriend and y'all both fucking with him? Makes no sense. This is some real love and hip hop shit right here. Without the hip hop. Like, without the love too. So, yeah, it was just like an ongoing thing. And we had spoke, like after he graduated, we were speaking, and he would come to the school, not for me, but he would come to the school for events, and he was working with something or whatever, I don't freaking know. And we would see each other, but it never went back to like, oh, we want to get together. Yeah, so it was like, and now recently I haven't spoken to him in a long time. So, but yeah, that was my little experience with being the side chick. I know I was very stupid, I was very naive. I would never ever put myself in a situation like that again, because being the side chick and a guy feeding you lies or whatever, it really takes a toll on you. Like, I felt like I was getting skinny and shit, like I wasn't eating, like it was just bad, like hair falling out and shit. I was stressed out for no reason over a nigga that wasn't even mine. Like, girl, now his story may be totally different, but bitch, I was there and I know what the fuck happened. So it's nothing you could tell me that's different than what I just said in this story. So once again, if you are not subscribed to my channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you like my videos, make sure you follow me on all social media. All my social media is at Yoko Mobetta. And I also have another Instagram that is Yoko the MUA. So if you want to see all beauty related stuff and all YouTube related stuff, make sure you follow that Instagram too. With all that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.